Mind Your Language, Educated Kenyan English, Lesson 35.
This lesson is a mixed bag. We shall look at the deviant usage of the word township, the prepositional phrase look on with admiration, and the following: to deliver a baby, temporal and temporary. Our point of pronunciation is the word F-I-N-A-N-C-E and its derivatives. Listen to the following sentences.
1. More cases of HIV/AIDS have been reported at Agomenya Township. 2. The incidence of armed robbery is being effectively dealt with by the police in Tema Township.
The sentences are incorrect. The word township is defined as follows.
1. In South Africa, in the past or in the days of apartheid, a town or part of a town that black people had to live in and where only black people lived, for example, Soweto Township. 2. In the US or Canada, a division of a county that is a unit of a local government.
From the definition, there are no townships in Ghana. Agomenya is not a township. Tema is not a township. Wa is not a township. Tamale is not a township. Akwatia is not a township. Boku is not a township. The sentences should therefore be corrected simply as follows.
More cases of HIV/AIDS have been reported at Agomenya. 2. The incidence of armed robbery is being effectively dealt with by the police in Tema.
Thank you, Sheila. Now to the prepositional phrase. Listen to the following sentences.
1. The district's chief executive looked on with admiration as the vice president unveiled a plaque to inaugurate the new clinic. 2. The exhibition of paintings was held at Novotel. Watching with admiration at a famous painting is the chairman of the National Commission on Culture.
The sentences are incorrect. The correct prepositional phrase is
look, watch, or gaze in admiration, not with admiration.
The sentences should therefore be corrected as follows.
1. The district chief executive looked on in admiration as the vice president unveiled a plaque to inaugurate the new clinic. 2. The exhibition of paintings was held at Novotel. Looking on in admiration at a famous painting is the chairman of the National Commission on Culture.
Now let us look at the deviant usage of to deliver. Listen to the following sentences.
1. My wife has delivered a baby boy. 2. In some rural communities, only a few pregnant women deliver in hospitals. 3. The teenage girl lost a baby because she delivered at home.
The sentences are incorrect. To deliver a baby means
to help a woman give birth to a baby.
For example,
1. The twins were delivered by cesarean section. 2. In most rural communities, midwives and traditional birth attendants deliver many of the babies.
In a formal way, we can also say
to be delivered of a baby, that is to give birth to a baby. For example, the young woman was delivered of a baby girl.
Note that it is idiomatic to say give birth to a baby. For example,
Ekuya has given birth to a beautiful baby girl.
Note also that the phrasal verb bring forth is old use. For example,
my wife has brought forth a baby boy.
We should say instead,
my wife has given birth to a baby boy.
The incorrect sentences you heard earlier on should be corrected as follows.
1. My wife has given birth to a baby boy. 2. In some rural communities, Only a few pregnant women give birth in hospitals. 3. The teenage girl lost the baby because she gave birth at home.
Thank you, Sheila. Now to the words temporal and temporary. Listen to the following sentences.
1. After I had made part payment of the school fees, the proprietor gave me a temporary receipt. 2. A temporal accommodation has been provided for the refugees. 3. The solution arrived at was temporal.
The sentences are incorrect. Temporal and temporary are being used in free variation. Temporal means
1. Related to practical instead of religious affairs. For example, the church has no temporal power in the modern state. 2. Related to or limited by time. For example, the temporal character of human existence.
that temporary as an adjective means
Lasting or intended to last only for a short time, not permanent. For example, temporary arrangement, temporary staff. The adverb is temporarily. For example, the Football League has been suspended temporarily.
the incorrect sentences should therefore be created as follows.
1. After I had made part payment of the school fees, the proprietor gave me a temporary receipt. 2. A temporary accommodation has been provided for the refugees. 3. The solution arrived at was temporary.
Thank you, Sheila. Now to our point of pronunciation. The word finance is pronounced
Finance, not finance. Other derivatives are financial, financier.
That's all for now.